Welcome back to Tusi TV, your global news channel. I'm Maya Tusi, and things are kicking off inside the Islamic Republic of Iran, and of course a huge attack by the Iranian regime on Israel. Multiple people have been killed in the northern part of Israel, and Haifa and all the other surrounding areas. There's been a massive retaliation from the Israeli Defense Forces, assassination. We are just getting updates about an assassination in the capital. The supreme leader of Iran, Ali Khamenei, is being hunted down directly by Mossad agents and assets inside Iran. We do also have new evidence showing that the Israelis are operating from inside the capital, Tehran. Obviously, over the last day or two, we've had the Israelis launching missiles and doing airstrikes. But over the last few hours, we had the Israeli Air Force fighter jets controlling the airspace in Tehran and just flying over whatever they wanted to do. They have now successfully managed to also now operate on the ground, which is all kicking off. First things first, let's give you guys the update from the last live stream that we had about an hour ago. We got the confirmation that the whole of Israel was receiving the sirens because the Islamic Republic launched a new round of ballistic missiles. The IRGC are once again poking the bear. So, first we saw the videos and got the updates about some impact, some of the missiles that actually hit Haifa and the areas around Haifa. And then we started getting some very, very concerning updates in regards to casualties. Let's go to the first video we have from Haifa.
الريفينري.
Then, following that, we did get confirmation that the Islamic Republic decided to specifically target a northern Israeli city of Tamra, which is an Arab populated city. So you got a bunch of Israeli Muslims who live there, and they don't care. So they did decide to hit the civilians. Of course, this was always going to be causing trouble. But the missiles were mostly being intercepted. Some of them actually hit. We have that video from the moment of impact. So yes, Tamra was targeted, a direct impact from an IRGC ballistic missile in one of the residential neighborhoods, multiple casualties, several people also seriously injured. And then we expected the IDF to wait for the IRGC to stop their attack and then retaliate. That's usually how it works in terms of the timing of it. But this time they did it at the same time because luckily the Israelis are actually controlling the capital, the airspace, but also the Mossad agents. But look at the aftermath of what happened in Israel, where a number of people have unfortunately been killed.
What? Yeah. Hello. Where? الله شباب يا هون كله وقع يا طلع حضاري كله ولو دار راحت على كلها.
Just for the record, if you just joined us now, the Islamic Republic of Iran directly targeted and hit the Arab Muslims in Israel. they killed their own fellow Muslims. That's what they do, of course, and they don't really care about humanity. Then we started getting all the very rapid updates on what's happening in Tehran, in the capital, as the State of Israel confirmed that they are now hunting down the supreme leader. And we've just got the verification of an assassination in the capital. They initially hit the main oil depot and terminal in Tehran, and the whole thing went up in flames. And this is where things kicked off. So that was the first clip that we had, and then of course more information was coming in terms of what exactly happened. There was no air defense system near the oil site. It seems like the Iranian regime are not really protecting the infrastructure themselves. They are primarily trying their best to protect their own leadership, their own people. Obviously, some of them have already left the country. But the reality of the situation is the priority is themselves, not necessarily the infrastructure. Let's go back to Tehran. Again, this is a perfect example of when you F around, you will find out, Islamists. Tehran is currently in a chaos. A lot of residents, local residents in the capital have now left the city. Unfortunately, my father is not one of them because he has chosen to stay in Iran, and he wants to fight back. He wants to protect his city and his country, and it's becoming a little bit obviously stressful at times, but the problem is, as you know, he's been held by the IRGC and is not allowed to leave, so it kind of makes things difficult. Let's go to Tehran. So that's the oil site, the oil terminal in Tehran that has now been destroyed. Then we had Defense Secretary, Defense Minister Israel Katz saying on X that Tehran is burning, which of course it is. And this round of attacks by Israel is going to be going throughout the night. This is a three-phase attack. So you got the missiles being launched from Israel into Iran, into Tehran. You also have the fighter jets who are controlling the airspace in the capital. And we now have evidence for you guys that the Mossad agents, operatives, are currently doing their job on the ground in the capital, and the IRGC are panicking. We can now give you guys the update about the assassination inside the capital. This is, I believe, in Malati, a neighborhood in Tehran. The Israelis have managed to do yet another precise targeted attack at the residence of one of the IRGC leaders. We have the first video for you guys. Let's quickly go and see what has happened. I think this is actually the moment of the attack, the airstrikes, and then we're going to show you up close in terms of what's happened outside the house.
شهرک محلتی شب 24 شنبه سمت سوهانک ترددهای زیاد موتورسوار ماشین امدادی.
So the eyewitness was saying that it was just the attack in Mahalati neighborhood. We do actually have the confirmation of what actually happened straight after that. Can we go to that footage now? Yes, we can. Okay, let's quickly go and see what happened in Mahalati. You can hear the emergency workers begging people to go back inside and to their houses. They don't want the crowd to obviously come out because they always panic. And we are trying to figure out exactly who has been assassinated. We know that they've just taken the body and it's done, but we'll find out. Of course, the supreme leader is being hunted down. Which is one of the main points about this update, because the Israeli government has now confirmed that they are looking for him, and he's no longer off limits. So they are not going to stop this operation until he is gone. Now, as we are told, he's currently hiding in Mashhad. This is the city where he's actually from. But obviously, he's supposed to be the supreme leader, and he's supposed to be in Tehran. But unfortunately for him, his bases and his headquarters have been destroyed by the Israelis. And just a quick recap in terms of what the Israeli Air Force have now been hitting over the last few minutes. 4 targets in Tehran. The Ministry of Defense in Tehran has been hit. The nuclear headquarters has been hit. The nuclear labs, multiple of them have been hit. And of course, the oil depot that we showed a few minutes ago. Having said that, we now have an urgent statement from the United States of America. The State Department has issued is urging all American citizens to leave Iran immediately. They didn't even actually say this yesterday, or basically 2 nights ago when this whole thing started. But things are escalating so much, they clearly know exactly what the plan is supposed to be, to continue until the supreme leader is gone. So they know the escalations are coming, and they know that American citizens are now going to be targeted by the IRGC. So if you're American, if you're just randomly decided to become a tourist by going to Iran, you are no longer safe, because they have vowed to come after everybody, even if you're a tourist in Iran, which again, I don't understand why people do that. It's a stupid idea. While Iran is under the Islamic occupation, don't go there. Now we have the latest video from Karaj, which is just outside of the capital, a small town in the west, showing a massive explosion also in the sky as the Israelis continue their attack. So let's quickly go to Karaj. So as we reported earlier today on 2CTV, of course, 8 more planes have now taken off from Iran. Most of them, well, actually half of them went towards the south, towards Pakistan. The others went towards Moscow in Russia. Obviously, the speculations is that these are the planes, commercial planes, that obviously only the IRGC are allowed to use, not the civilians, because the airports are closed. The speculations is that these are mostly the relatives and family members of the leaders. That should be the case, right? You know, if you're being attacked, women and children first, right? That's what we're assuming. That's what a normal human does. But we don't know exactly. Maybe they have all left. And we know that Tehran is out of control. They don't have any control over what's happening in the capital anymore. We are also getting unconfirmed reports that obviously over the last hour or so, the Israelis have been doing multitasking. They hit Iran again. They are still obviously controlling Tehran, but they also just did a massive attack in Yemen, the Houthis, and we will verify this, but they may have eliminated the leader of the Houthis, Abdul Malik al-Houthi. The other leaders have now been eliminated, a couple of them earlier tonight. But we'll wait to see if Mr. al-Houthi has also been eliminated. But we now have evidence and confirmation that Mossad operatives are actually doing their job on the ground in Tehran. We have an eyewitness actually filming the precise targeted attack from well, from the window, obviously, we just see the spike missiles, which is in a basically short distance, hitting from one corner to another. Just pay attention towards the left of the screen.
یه جا رو زدن.
So this is what's going on now. More assassinations are coming. The Islamic Republic are definitely freaking out because they cannot control the Mossad operatives. You have the Mossad agents themselves, and we also have the Mossad assets. These are Iranians who are working with Mossad, and some of them are actually inside the regime. In case you don't know, of course, the former president of Iran, Ahmadinejad, said once that the supreme leader ordered him as president to set up a unit in Iran to hunt down Israeli spies and assets. That unit didn't actually work out because the head of that unit happened to actually be a Mossad spy himself, and everybody else around him. They had to pick someone to vet other people's backgrounds. Who hired that one? I'm guessing someone just picked it up his hand. I'll do it. You can trust me. I'll find all the Jews. And then they actually happen, all of them, to be Mossad agents themselves. So absolutely embarrassing vetting process inside the Iranian regime. It's so bad. And this is why they are panicking. This is why they know that they are not in control of this situation. So I believe the city of Ray has now been attacked. It's on fire. This is in the south of the capital in Tehran. This is a refinery as well. Let's quickly go. We have just received this confirmation in this video. Let's go to Ray, and see what happened. Some breaking news, everybody. The United States of America have now gotten involved, and they are actively shooting down the ballistic missiles coming from the Islamic Republic of Iran. They are now active on land, at sea, and in the air to intercept the Iranian missiles heading towards Israel. Of course, the Israeli operation will continue, but they are receiving support from the United States and President Donald J. Trump. Of course, the Israelis earlier today also requested the US to fully join this war against Iran, because of course they would need some sort of support. But the United States have so far rejected that, saying for now we're not getting involved. This is your business, and it makes sense, because if you expect the president to send the American troops to put boots on the ground in Iran, that will be completely chaotic, and it's not a good idea, not right now. But the US is doing its job. The United States is supporting and defending its ally. They are now actively shooting down and intercepting the missiles coming from Iran. So that's fine. But yes, apparently the IDF have just intercepted 2 more drones, reportedly coming from Iran, but it could also be from other places. Yes. All right, let's quickly get some quick reaction from you guys in the live chat while we wait for more updates. First, super chat saying, Maya, careful explosion of subscribers. Yes, the number of subscribers continues to go up. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for all your love and support. If you are, and the whole camera's gone for some reason. Great. What is happening? We've been hit. We have been hit, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on. What is happening here? All right, this isn't good, is it? Have we been hacked, guys? Yes, we have, apparently. So, stay with me until we fix this crisis. I'm still here. Hopefully you can hear me. What is going on? All right. Let's quickly go back to that video and come back. All right, we are back. So that worked. Apologies for that. We've just been hacked by communists, I'm guessing. All right, let's go back. We got Keith saying, I hope and pray that your dad will be able to leave Iran soon and join you on your show for us to meet him. Well, the idea we have is that once Iran is liberated, I will also go to Iran to visit and do a live show on 2C TV for you guys to see what's going on there, right? It's probably best if I go, unless my plane is shut down. RG says, I'm in Israel and anyone claiming that any facilities got hit is lying. Yeah. Only hits were open fields and the house in Tamra, 3 casualties. Yeah, and that's the Arab city, Arab populated area, which, again, the Iranian regime don't care, right? Iranian translation, under control, S be destroyed. Yeah. Mark says, God will protect your father, a good man like you. I appreciate that, Mr. Farley. When are you going to do a report on the leftist invasion of Egypt? It's brought a smile to my face. I will actually. I've been seeing the clips. It was funny. So you got a bunch of left-wing weirdos who went to Egypt. They want to cross over to Gaza. And of course, Egypt has a massive wall. And the Egyptian police have been beating them up. It's good. I've been trying to do this, but everything is happening imminently every few minutes when it comes to Israel and Iran. And of course, 2CTV, we are a global news channel. We were supposed to be reporting on everything, but the last day, every live stream has been about Israel and Iran. Of course, it will continue to be, but there are other things happening as well, which will come to you guys either later tonight or tomorrow morning in terms of what's happening in the United States. As the left-wingers and the illegal aliens continue to cause chaos on the streets of not just LA, but other cities, including Chicago, New York, and elsewhere. We'll bring you guys all that update eventually. Just stay with me. Catherine says, oh my God, Maya, could this be the end of these monsters' grip on Iran? I hope so. I wish the very best for everyone there, including your father. Thank you, Catherine. And David says, you must be very proud of your dad as well as concerned. Actually, that is the mixed feeling that I have right now. Proud and concerned. He's very brave, wanting to stand and fight for the country he loves. Yeah. That's why he never wanted and wants to leave Iran. He wants to stay and rebuild it. What is happening now? Sirens activated near the Jordanian border as well. Okay, that's expected. Supreme Leader in the basement, Biden still alive? Actually, neither of those theories could be confirmed at this point. Stu says, odds that Khamenei is hiding wearing a burqa. I don't know. It's likely. There were a number of them before. When they escaped the country, they had to wear a burqa and completely cover their faces in order to be able to run away. That was a funny time. MT says Tucker Carlson, that's a good one, instead of Carlson, said that the US is complicit. Classic Tucker. So I guess I'll take partial credit when your dad gets his country back. You're welcome. Oh yeah, MT is American. Yes, it's all the fault of America. It's Trump's fault. Oh, Donald. 918,000 subscribers. Oh, that's out of date now on the screen. I'm gonna have to change that. There we go. It's 918 now. Well, that one is changed. It's all happening at the same time. It's very difficult. It continues to go. I think we've gained about 40,000 over the last 2-3 days. So thank you very much. Saying you're blowing up like something. All right, we have Raven Force saying unconfirmed reports that are coming in saying that they have witnessed a few flying carpets. One of them with the Ayatollah possibly on them. Yeah, although the Iranians don't really have flying carpets, but the Arabs might. And the Iron Dome, what happened? Well, it got overwhelmed when you're sending hundreds and hundreds of missiles at the same time, and you're doing it repeatedly throughout the day and the next day. It is eventually going to get overwhelmed. It's natural. And unless you spend more billions and billions of dollars on it, it costs a lot of money. So, of course, the Israelis, there's no price when it comes to self-defense, but it's still difficult. It's not really a perfect system. It's the best system, but it's not the perfect system. Apparently, yes, IRGC Senior has now been assassinated. We will get the details about who we are dealing with. It's happening. Okay, so the initial, I'm just going to show this on this. It's easier. Well, actually, I'll put it on the screen. Why am I doing this? Let's. I'm all over the place, guys. We've received the first image from Iran, Tehran. The whole place has been destroyed now, as you can see, and we'll find out about the so-called victim. I guess it's not really a victim. Evil people. Now, Jonathan says that Alan Snackbar is experiencing technical. And RG also says, Nigel Farage tweets, the US, EU and British government's naive agreement allowed Iran to fund multiple terrorist groups and to speed up their nuclear program. The man has a point. Yeah, it's just stating the obvious. It's not really rocket science. The politicians in the UK are not really that smart. They just copy and paste what we talk about every day. Peace and Love says, how do we know the Supreme Leader hasn't carried away on one of those flights? He can't do that because unless it's coordinated. He can't leave yet without telling his people, his IRGC members, because the moment the rest of the IRGC know he's left, they will basically see that as surrender. They would say, you're a coward, you left us here, you were supposed to be the leader, you're not supposed to run away, and they're just going to give up. So he can't really do that yet. Eventually that's going to come. He's going to have to, unless he's caught. Goat shortage. Khamenei will spend eternity having a threesome with Nasrallah. Oh, and only one goat. Poor goats. What is happening in the US? No king's rights. But yeah, we'll keep you guys posted on that as well. Troubles are starting again in the United States. The nutters. The anti-American nutters. Alex says, consider reaching out to Chuck Holton for smuggling in tons of Starlink satellites or doing a collab live. So yeah, I'm sorting out my own situation when it comes to the Starlink satellites, especially for my father. Thank you for that. But yes, Mark says, full health to your father and free Persia. What is happening now? Okay, Tehran continues to burn. We are getting more updates of a new round of attacks by Israel. Praying for Israel and all the innocent people in Iran. And Heather says, please read your email. Happy birthday and praying for your dad. The US isn't what you think. The US isn't what you think. The US is the same US that's responsible for the coup in Iran in 1979. Your former president, Jimmy Carter. But now your new president is trying to fix things. Support him. Unconfirmed reports that Starmer has housed the leader. Well, you mean Khamenei. That's funny. All right, let's go to the members of 2C TV Plus, ladies and gentlemen, if we have them. Do we have them? Yes, we do. All right. So obviously, we also prioritize the members of our channel. If you want to become a member, today is your last opportunity to join and get the discount. 37% off annual memberships of 2C TV Plus. If you use the promo code 2C37, the link is in the description, or you can just directly go on 2C.tv and of course download the 2C TV app to get access to everything in terms of the news alerts, documentaries, interviews, and chat forum if you want to talk to me directly and like-minded people. There's a lot that we're doing, including our podcast, and of course you can get that 37% discount for now. Philosophy says, after following you since our Brexit days, 10 years, has it been 10 years? Oh god, it has, yeah. I joined 2C TV Plus today, although I didn't have this 10 years ago, for the record. This channel's been going on since 2019. I joined 2C TV Plus today. 2C TV is the only source on the Middle East that I trust. Yes, of course, but don't forget we are a global news channel, even though the last day has been just about the Middle East. It's not my fault, blame Khamenei. V6 says, now that the Iranians are celebrating the removal of the Islamic regime, but it ain't over till it's over. Yeah. As they start to rebuild, how many of those mosques will be removed or turned into churches? Then there is the influence of the Islamic countries to maintain or build more mosques, well, Islamic infrastructure. Can they prevent this? Yeah. Without the influence of the IRGC. Yeah, so even right now under the Islamic Republic, because obviously it's a small percentage of Iran who are Islamic, who are basically practicing Muslims, less than 30% who are Muslim in Iran, they had to close down, as in the government themselves, had to close down eventually 50,000 mosques because no one's going, and they have to, there's a lot of maintenance costs. There's a massive movement towards Christianity. A lot of Iranians are converting back to Christianity, of course, because back in the day, you were either Zoroastrian or Christian, but then Muhammad came with his gang and things kicked off. So a lot is happening. The Orthodox Christianity is coming back in Iran. And yes, the fight back will begin. And a lot of them are just secular anyway. They don't really do any religion. So Keir Starmer is condemning Israel. Yeah, of course. Can we not educate them? No, they're lefties. Make them understand that they are backing Hamas and IRGC terrorists. Educate them that the Iranian people are repressed. They don't care. They know these things, but they don't care. They're governed by an Islamist regime. They know that. What is going on with our... okay, these comments are very long, by the way. Apologies, guys. They're like essays. What is going on with our political representation in the UK? We have no one defending us right now. Disappointed on everyone. Iran is wanting freedom. Why does no one see this? Everyone's afraid of the backlash, basically. That's the main reason that the West are weak and feeble. Next one says, there were just now drone attacks down south in Israel. They are saying there are power outages in Iran. Any confirmations? Yes, there is power outages, and of course, internet is shut down now, unless you have Starlink. Also, who is Starmer sending jets for defending Iran or defending itself? So yes, the United Kingdom are sending their military equipment to the Middle East. This is to primarily protect the British assets and bases, as the Islamic Republic have now threatened the Brits. So that's why. Insane. Thank you for reporting this information. I am from the US. You are always first, giving correct information. Happy birthday. I stand with Israel. Stand tall and strong, IDF. Thank you. Oopsie Daisy says, doesn't Kir mean Belend in Persian? Well, it actually means penis. Literally. Yeah. Like ding dong. Yeah. It does. It literally... I hope that Starmer means something equally fitting in another language. And yeah, I don't think it means anything in Persian, right? No, yeah, it's... Anyway, Susie, what is that? Oh, and you are about 10 hours faster with the news than the mainstream. Yeah, of course. Thanks to our team, by the way, who support us. And you guys. Susie says that it's just occurred to me that if the Gazans would have stayed on their side of the border on October the 7th, there is a chance that none of this would be happening right now. I know. You F around, you will find out. We are still fighting and waiting for our hostages to come home. Absolutely. And Deb says, when will they actually call it a war? I know, it's brilliant, isn't it? It's literally a war going on. Like, okay, so when... Is it a war yet? Yes, it is a war. The media, just absolutely fascinating. It is the whole United Nations world order nonsense, by the way. You can't call it a war until both sides call it a war. I'm like, what? How does that work? Israel's been attacked again by drones. This is the Arash suicide drones by the Islamic Republic. Pork says the mainstream media will say it is a mostly peaceful war. That's true. We have a meme here. Stop the genocide of innocent Iranian nuclear scientists and generals. Yes, that's what they say. Hopefully Mr. Trump told Starmer to man up when he spoke to him on the phone today. Probably not. Because they're both trying to do charm offensive on each other, which is kind of funny. Mark says... hopefully this operation won't stop until every corner of Iran is liberated. Boots on the ground will be the only option to fully rid of the scum. Well, you might not need that necessarily, because the operatives are already on the ground. And the leaders are packing their bags and they are leaving. So you just need a few more days. The infrastructure, hit the infrastructure, and you just completely shut down the country. And eventually... when the strikes stop, the people of Iran could come out and do their uprising. It's just a matter of time. But I think this is the only reasonable scenario that we can see. Anything could happen, of course. Kefir Revolution says, your father is a respectable, heroic man to stay in an effort to rebuild his country. Do you think there is a likelihood for normalized relations with Israel from Iran in our lifetime? Yes, the moment Iran is free, they will go back to being allies, historic allies again. It's my greatest hope that the Islamist nutters lose their influence. Oh, they will. They've already lost the influence. It's just they're grabbing till the last second until they drown. IRGC leader Hussein Salami or Salami. Oh no. It's on a pizza. It's been barbecued. Hope the madness will end very soon and your father and the good Iranian people can be free. if the supreme leader is killed, does the regime fall? Hopefully, yes. But it doesn't even have to die for the regime to fall. Just leave, move away, go hang out with Assad in Moscow. Gareth says best wishes to your father. Thank you very much to the members of 2C TV Plus. There's a couple of super chats here as well. And then we are waiting for more information. The north of Esfahan in Iran is now being destroyed by the IDF. Well, the entire Pakistani media is panicking. And the Pakistani bots on social media as well. They took my dad's hotel and land of him in 1979 in Iran, and it's worth around £20 million. Hopefully we can get it all back. That's a lot of money. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of business opportunities in Iran, by the way. For example, they don't have pubs. Start opening pubs in Iran. You make a lot of money. Now, do the flying carpets have to obey to their no-fly zone? Probably not, right? They don't have engines. May the day come when the entire region experiences peace and prosperity and all its people live side by side in harmony. Absolutely, always hope for peace across the whole world. Several explosions are being heard again in the capital in Tehran. Richard Starmer. Get it? Dick. Given Iran's location and neighboring countries, is it really possible for Iran to be a free, safe and peaceful? Yeah, it was until 1979. It was a fine country. If they can do it, what an example. Yeah, but they had it, and Iran was the first country in the Middle East to have a parliamentary democracy and constitutional monarchy. So Frederick says Zoroaster is watching over Iran and praying for its people. Let's hope. And Road Trooper says that you are now at, already 919. Is it? What? Has it just gone up 2,000 during the live stream? Oh, it has. Oh my God. Okay. Why am I complaining about this? We have to update this again. It's now 919,000. The road to 1 million is going to... No, change it. The road to 1 million is getting closer. Thanks to all your support, of course. If you have been enjoying this channel and the information we give you as a global news channel, then of course recommend this to your friends, your neighbors, your dogs, your cats, and your enemy, everybody. And soon we will get to 1 million, and we're going to have big plans for all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Become a member of 2C TV Plus. Use the promo code 2C37. I'm Maya 2C, and we are the media.